your attention is that 25% of our sites recruit 80% of the patients. Would you invest in your own personal money into a site or into an institution where 25% or 75% of the sites will not produce anything for you? Chances are you won't, and neither are the global pharmaceutical executives. And in terms of speed, we're slow. I couldn't agree more. I think that, Russell, when you said the sense of urgency is completely lost. People don't understand that we have a short window of opportunity. So this is the changing paradigm. This is the major market countries. And this is what the future is going to look like. This is the brick. This is Brazil, India, China. Brazil, India, China, and Russia. Thank you. This is the patient pool size. Look at this. I mean, this is really impossible to compete against. But what I will tell you is more than the number of patients and the number of the cost. What we are competing against is an incredible sense of motivation. These people, India, China, Russia, want what we have. They want the lifestyle, they want the jobs, they want the great salaries. They want to be able to send their children to great schools. And they are united. The researchers want that, the government wants it, the patients want it. Sometimes I'm surprised at the fact that we are based on innovation, but we ourselves are not necessarily in an innovative industry. We don't necessarily look at ourselves and say, what are the processes? How can we be more adaptive? How can we understand what the future holds for us and be able to meet those needs? This is, I don't know if you can see it, but it says, Firstmeyer believes in strictly minding his own business, and he's got little, what would you call them? A blinker. And I think to a certain degree that is what we've been doing in Canada. So what needs to happen? Basically, we need to really think of Canadian RX&D as a drug that's going to lose its patent. That's the level of urgency that we have to say we need to be able to find our niche. We have to have other things that we can offer as a value, because you know what? We're not going to be able to compete in the phase 3 market. We're not. No matter how much of urgent, how quickly we get together, that's gone. But we need to be able to find our new future together. We need to understand and to be able to articulate the consequences of not having a strong R&D in Canada. And I'm losing my time too. So what are we doing at Roche Canada? Well, if you know Ronnie Miller, you know that he is leveraging every single dollar that goes out of Roche. I happen to be on the operating committee along with the other vice presidents. And I am a full member. I get to participate in decisions related to commercial, and commercial gets to make decisions related to clinical. Ronnie goes out there and he says, look how much we've invested in your organization. But he also says, but listen to Nita, we are going to lose this. Or we go to a key opinion leader together and say, you know what, you're not doing the job. We're going to have to pull out of your institution. And we stand completely united together. And I think that that is probably one of the strongest things. We do things like we try to speak to our global executives with one voice. He goes at it from one angle, I go at it from another angle. We try to constantly speak about Canada and how strong it is and what we have to offer. we are also trying to showcase the Canadian scientific and Canadian innovation at every opportunity. So here's the question. Was there any new information presented today that revised your view of the relevance of the clinical research in Canada? Okay. Do you believe that the stakeholders, industry, scientific community, and the government can come together to make the necessary shifts to retain research in Canada? If so, which group do you believe needs to drive the change? The last question. If you're part of an organization that has both an R&D as well as a commercial unit, do you think the two groups work to their optimal effectiveness together? There's a lot of work to do. Okay, I'll pass this on to Greg.
Thank you.